Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another Mecha model kit review, and today I'm going to be taking a look at this right here. This is another one of Sheik Mainland's 3-minute projects, aka the awesome €6 or $7 mecha model kits. Last time we would have seen the Sheik Mainland Fenrir, which is an absolutely amazing, clunky infantry mech. Today we're going to be taking a look at this, which is a legit Mecha Gaikotsu. This right here is the definitely Terminator-inspired Zentinel. I got these kits right here on AliExpress, link is down there in the description. Alright, so this right here is the box you get the 3 minutes project Zentinel inside of. So this is the box. Last time I think I got a 3-minute project, I didn't get a box with it. There is 2 of these inside and around the back. It's showing us exactly what we're going to be seeing. Like it says right there, 2 times the fun, 2 same colored Zentinel sets included. Now, as far as I know, I ordered 2 different colored ones. That is what it will look like finished, and that's a badass design. We do have a lot of weapons in here, including a subarm, axe, shotgun, minigun, and some alternate parts. This is going to be about 10 centimeters tall, and we've got some pretty cool looking gimmicks inside. Busting it open. And this right here is what we get inside. So 2 of these. I got one in, I think, a dark black and one in the kind of light gray color to kind of mix and contrast the pieces together. But there is a lot of available ones out there in different colors. Inside the box we have the included stand, just like we would have seen with the Fenrir, joints and the hand parts, the sprue or runner that has the weapons, and finally then the armor, which will give it its color, all looking very, very nice. And up there you can see we have optional face plates. One is a straight up skeleton, which is pretty badass, and the other one is a little bit more stylized cyborg skeleton, both of which looking great. The instructions come like this right here. Picture on the front, simple instructions on the inside, and some optional aspects around the back. Alright, so I blasted one of these out super quickly, and this is what it looks like complete. As usual, these Sheik Mainland 3-minute kits are really small, but at the same time so badass looking. So just for a bit of a comparison, I reached over and got the one I looked at last time, which is the Fenrir. Absolutely phenomenal kit, highly recommend. This right here is the one we're taking a look at today, so it is a little bit on the smaller side than that one even. So when it does come to the assembly on these guys right here, this is very simple. You start off with the core of the unit, which will be making up the inside the torso. It's 3 pieces that attach together like so. Then you make the body by attaching in the shoulder joints, which are split joints you put together. This is the center, or should I say the back. This center section slots in, you pop in the front, and then we've got a waist that slots in from the bottom. So it's mainly ball joints that all work out really well when it does come to the articulation. The mecha underpants are just 3 pieces, they slot together so simple, 3 ball joints for connection. Next up then it's just the build of the arms and the legs, both very simple. The arms is just 3 pieces, not including the hand, which pops on with a big ball joint. The legs then are 9 pieces in total, 10 if you go for the one with the bending toe. So a little bit more complex down here, but not too crazy. When it's finished it does look very nice. And all that's really left right here is the final assembly. So we've got the mecha underpants, you pop via ball joint the upper body into that. Then it's just leg, arm, and then whatever is your choice of head. There are 2 to choose from, but we're gonna go with the standard skeleton one for now. And there it is complete. This one is the white version, or super light gray. And once again, there is the kind of metallic gunmetal one for comparison. So looking pretty badass. Moving on through the accessories, once again the same Sheik Mainland 3-minute project stand we would have seen with the Fenrir. That right there is what it looks like once it's completed, so a nice little addition. When it comes to the axe in here, it's just 1 piece, so it just cuts out like so. Shotgun made out of 2 pieces attached together, can move up and open like that. Next up in here we've got some accessories that do have a little bit more building to them. First off is the sub arm. This builds up out of 10 individual sections all together, making a big long superposable arm section. Then we've got the Gatling gun. That's made out of 9 individual sections, so again very detailed, a lot of moving parts as well, and it looks a little bit like this while finished. And anyway, there we go. Inside of the box, we've got the 2 little skeleton mechs, and we've got the accessories of one and the accessories of another, so quite a little bit. Time to check them out. Alright, so jumping on into the aesthetics, and this right here is what we get once it is complete, and these look incredible, but the first thing I will mention is they are quite small at 10 centimeters tall, which is about 4 inches. So yeah, if I was to do the usual mecha size test, well, I'll be throwing it down beside some gunpla. There is a high grade, and as you can see, it's not quite that big. A whole lot smaller actually, especially when it comes to overall mass. Throwing in a master grade, absolutely dwarfing it. And speaking of dwarfing it, there in the back, that is a perfect grade. So as you can see, a very small, tiny little model kit. But yeah, what it does lack in size, it definitely makes up for in attitude. Getting in nice and close to this and checking it out. When it comes to the overview, this has some great proportions. Obviously, as you can tell, it's somewhat loosely based on something like the Terminator. Again, just like we would have seen with the last Sheik Mainlaind 3-minute project kit, these are more so meant to be around the size of an actual guy, as far as I can tell, not necessarily be like a big old mecha. So I'm assuming it's still in scale with the Fenrir. Overall, when it does come to details and all that stuff, the mold on this is absolute perfection. No matter what color you take a look at, either the white version or the gunmetal one, they still look great in two different ways. There are different colors out there as well to choose, and all the little pistons, all the little details are molded in there perfectly. It's such a fun and awesome looking posable little kit. But yeah, there is a main reason why I went for both of these colors right here, and that is to steal the white head off of this one, which just pops off like so. Grab the gunmetal one, pop that on there, hit him with a bit of panel liner, add a Gundam V-fin garnish, and there we go, a bit of a small Mecha Gaikotsu. Pretty cool. That actually works out really well. This is why I bought both colors, just to kind of smash them together for this kind of a look. But yeah, all in all, these are such fun, awesome little kits. So jumping on into the accessories, and here's everything that comes inside of the box. So there is 2 of these included inside of one box. I'm sure you can get them separately if you want. So if you do get them separately, it'll be half of what you're seeing right here. So as well as the actual little guy himself, you also get the stand included, as well as some weaponry, including a sub-arm, axe, shotgun, minigun, again, 2 of each if you do get a set of 2, and then we've got a bunch of alternate parts. So we do have an alternate face, alternate feet, so you can have feet which are non-articulated and feet which have a bit of an articulated toe. Lastly then, we do have a back section which is alternate, as well as a whole bunch of hands. You do have 6 alternate hands as well as the 2 attached on for 8 alternate hands. And mentioning the hands, we do have set fists, like what's on there, holding hands like so, a pair of wide spread open hands, and these ones right here, which are the only ones with an actual jointed wrist. These are just kind of flat, open palmed hands, and again, you can move the wrist around, which is nice. Got a bit of a hinge. So first up in here, we're going to be taking a look at the stand. This is exactly the same as what we would have seen with the Fenrir, so it does all the same stuff. So it moves forward and back at this point, forward and back here, a ball joint up top, and underneath is a bunch of little segments. And these, handily enough, are for storing your hands when they're not in use. To attach onto the stand, you just pop it into the hole in the back. But before I do that, with this one, I am going to use the alternate back. So in order to actually switch out the back, it is a little bit, well, it's a full disassembly of the upper body. So I do recommend deciding what back you're going to use while putting these together, because it is a little bit difficult to do. And you do end up losing some of the articulation to some degree. Well, some of the design of the articulation, I'm not sure if it actually changes much. You end up removing this whole segment from the upper arm, which was this little bit in here. And now the shoulders are just simple ball joints. And I've just noticed this has been missing a face for quite some time. So yeah. We do have 2 faces in here, one of which being the skull style face. Popping them on and off is simple enough to do. You will need some kind of tool to pry it off what is on there, and attaching it on, it clicks in nicely. So the alternate face in here is this almost more cyborg stylized skull. It still has the kind of general shape of a skull, but it's more cyborg stylized. This particular line section going across here is in red on the manual, so you might want to paint that in to get that full active kind of feel. Anyway, now that we've got this new back on, we've got 2 additional attachment points around here on the back for using with the sub-arm. This just plugs on in here like so, and I was wondering if it would clash with the stand right there, but thankfully it does not. This has multiple points of articulation, so you can get it down around over the front like so. If you prefer, you could probably bring it, well, it does clash a little bit with the stand. You can bring it in under the arms, kind of like a spider style like so. If you do get 2 of these kits, that does mean you have 2 of these. And there we go. That is what it looks like with 2 of these attached on. That's them popping around from underneath. They do have very nice articulation, so you can swing them up and around from above, and you can build them so they're like symmetrical, so they're not just the same arm twice. You can flip everything around, and they perform very, very nicely. When it comes to the weapons, first off in here, we've got an axe. The second weapon is a shotgun, and the final weapon in here then is a Gatling gun. Now I nearly totally forgot to mention it, but there are two types of feet inside of this kit. The standard style one, which is just a set piece, it's just a flat old foot, just one piece. And the other option is this one right here, which does have this. So it is a little bit of a joint that can point up or down, so the option is included. So yeah, when it comes to attaching on the weapons, we've got a little handle on each of them, which is just a little thing like that. Can pop into the hands or into these sub-arms, just like that. So you can have your mech with literally Gatling guns on sub-arms. When it comes to the other weapons, we've got holding hands with holes in them. For example, when it comes to the axe, you can just slide that down in there, just like so. So I did realize I'll actually pop this up onto the stand. Like I mentioned, the actual stand hole gets blocked when two sub-arms are here, but there are 3mm holes elsewhere. So I'm just going to stick this in here, and that seems to work. Anyway, there it is up on its stand with the Gatlings connected onto the sub-arms up on its back, as well as the axe and a widespread left hand on the left. And as you can see, these pose up so nicely. They look incredibly cool once they are up in a pose like that. Just check that out. Pretty badass. And lastly, popping on the shotgun, this is very simple. It does break in the middle like this. I'm no expert, but I don't think pump actions do that. Maybe they do. Anyway, and I also threw a widespread hand on it as well, just to kind of have it rest in there, the way I was posing the Sheik Mainlaind Fenrir. Anyway, there's the both of them together. It is a good deal smaller than the Fenrir was, but side by side, both of them look badass. If I actually did top coat this, put a little bit of battle damage and decals on, these would go together so well. Again, another phenomenal, awesome design. Alright, so jumping on into the articulation now, and this is so solid, there's no weight in it at all, so it's not going to fall out at any kind of pose, but the joints are good and strong. When it comes to the usual pose, yeah, this thing poses absolutely seamlessly and has destroyed this pose better than any model kit I've ever posed. This is designed, it seems like, with articulation at the heart. It is a simple kit designed around some big ball joints that just kind of move so nicely and so fluidly. I did pop off the shoulder, that does happen ever so now and then. They don't seem to click in like a lot of the other joints, so they may pop off. But the neck joint, the way it actually like kicks forward, is so impressive. It's just so nice. It's dynamic, it's awesome, and this is what I got in the end. Again, absolutely crazy. The best I've ever seen from this pose on this channel ever. But yeah, that right there is what it looks like. Again, the neck on this is great. The way it can kind of just kick all the way forward like that. That's its pretty much standard position. So there is all the way forward. So again, very impressive. Even from the pose I got this guy back here. These are so expressive, so fun. And great little kits to just have on your desk for posing if you ever get bored and just want to move things around a bit. These are so cool. So anyway, that right there is it for the review. These are awesome, that is all I can say. These cost around 6 to 12 euro, I think, on AliExpress, depending on if shipping is included or whatever that is per individual dude, and they are a whole lot of fun. They have that kind of Terminator vibe. They're like the Fenrir that we would have taken a look at before, just a little bit smaller, same joints if I'm not mistaken between the two different kits. They pose up well, they've got great articulation, and they're just such a fun desk toy. Definitely highly recommended. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to come back for more Mecha Model Kit reviews, and I'll see you next time.